Hi! Within this lecture we're going to see how we can spoof the extension of the file. So in order to do that, I went to vtransfer.com and I uploaded my exe file from Windows as a RAR or zipped file, and I have downloaded it in my Kali Linux. So now my package.exe is in my Kali Linux. So let me put it into another folder because there are a lot of files in here, and actually we can get rid of this .rar file because once you double click on it, it will let you to just extract the file wherever you want. So I'm going to move this to trash, and I'm going to move in my package.exe. So maybe you remember how to do this. We're going to not change the extension exe because then the executable won't work, but we are going to make it look like it's changed, and we're going to use characters application in order to do that. So I'm going to show you how to do that one more time. So let me go back here and search for characters. So once you find that application, just double click on it and it will pop open for you. And before we go on and use that, let me create a text file in here and show you how it's done. Maybe you have skipped this related lecture in the ethical hacking section. So let me rename this one more time and copy the whole string, whole text from here to my leaf path. So in here, I want to change the exe. I want to make it look like it's changed. So I'm going to use this right to left override thing in order to reverse the characters. Okay? So if you search for right to left here, you will see right to left with dashes. Okay, you will see there is something called right to left overrides, and we're going to use this character thing, and we're going to use it to reverse the characters in here. So the exe will be in front of the dot. So if I say something like this here, fdp.exe, if I reverse this, then it will look like exe.pdf, right? So it will overwrite this. And I can do this with any extension that I want. I can do this for JPEG as well. For example, rather than FDP, if I say gpj.exe here, it will convert it to be jpeg.exe. So let me copy this and select where I want to change, okay, where I want to reverse. Then if I hit Ctrl V, it will just reverse the characters, reverse the letters for me. Like in here, if I say copy the character and click here with Ctrl V, it will look like exe.jpg. However, it's really the exe extension right now. It just looks like it's changed. Then I can use this and copy this by adding some relevant thing in here like metallic here, okay? So it will look like metallic exe.pdf. If I select everything in here and copy it with Ctrl C, and if I say rename and paste the whole thing in here, it will look like metallic exe.pdf, but it's really the metallic fdp.exe. So it's now spoofed. And I can make this into a zip and send it back to my Windows. Now I have a spoofed Trojan thing going on in here. But it really is a matter of choice to do it in Kali Linux or Windows, because once you compile an exe in Windows, it would be easier for you to run this in Windows. Once you get this to a Kali, you increase the risk of Windows to finding this to be a virus, okay? Of course, there is always a risk Windows finding these Trojans, these files to be virus. But if you compile this in Windows and if you make everything in Windows, you will have a less risk. So maybe you may want to search for right to left kind of thing in Windows as a tool on yourselves. But at this point, you know how to write a malicious file, you know how to write a backdoor, a keylogger, a listener, an ARP spoofer, a man-in-the-middle attack, and everything. Now you can create your own tools and you can convert them to be executables, you can change the icons, you can spoof the extensions. And at this point, I believe you know how to protect yourself as well. We are going to stop here, and within the next section we're going to end our course by discussing how to protect ourselves from these attacks, and also I'm going to show you how to download the Ethical Hackers Handbook as well.